All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Lifestyle Lives podcast. We're here for episode five. It's been a little bit longer, a couple days longer. You've had to wait since the previous episode, but we've got the boys back once again. Matt is obviously back now. He was off on his travels over the
Way
past
away
weekend.
day to Amsterdam.
The away day
Fucked
that
over.
didn't happen.
Yeah. Aye.
Um,
Disaster.
but yeah, no, I suppose we may as well kick things off with that. Do we
Yeah.
want to jump into how the trip went?
Yeah, it was a very good trip. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a rugby fan and my team was playing a European Cup game. I was funnily enough against the South African team, so it wasn't even a European team, but the South African teams can't play in South Africa, their home games there, in this specific competition. So they needed to pick a neutral ground in Europe so that they could have the game. And they picked Amsterdam. I have no idea why. Maybe just the Dutch connections from the South African people. But yeah, so we were like, as soon as we saw Amsterdam get released, we're like, fucking go on then. Away day. So we flew out from Dublin on Friday. It was very touch and go whether we'd actually get away because of the weather. Like this storm, this snowstorm in Amsterdam or in the Netherlands has been absolutely ridiculous. Like the amount of flights that were getting cancelled in the lead up, I was shitting
It
myself.
was like every flight in that airport.
Yeah.
It was pretty much, yeah, nothing was coming in, and people. So like Amsterdam airport's like it's a layover spot for a lot of flights. So you were getting so many flights coming from like the US to Amsterdam to then go somewhere else. People going somewhere else, and they were just stuck there for like days and days. So I was sat in ChatGPT the day before, literally just looking alternative routes that we could do because it was like we could maybe go to Brussels, but then you were trying to find a flight that was after hours from Dublin to go to Brussels to then potentially see if you could get a train from Brussels into the Netherlands as well. And the trains were getting cancelled. So it was a fucking disaster. But luckily we managed to get away. So there was a snowstorm that hit at like quarter past four, half four on the Friday. Our flight got in at 4 o'clock. So we literally just got in the fucking nick of time. Um, and then yeah, so we had Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, came back Monday. So 3 full days in Amsterdam. It was like I said, we went for the rugby. The rugby ended up getting cancelled entirely. So essentially we just had a 3 day piss up in Amsterdam, which as somebody who doesn't drink an awful lot anymore was a bit of a bizarre experience. So had a great time to be fair. It was if you'd said to me, okay, do you want to go away for 3 days to Amsterdam and get pissed? I probably would have said no. But I'm kind of glad that I did go on the trip in the end. So yeah, Amsterdam's a bizarre place. Like the red light district is an
Did you
interesting spot.
get spooked? You just look to your left and there's a girl rubbing her boobies against the screen.
It feels like GTA or something, and
Yeah.
it's because you're like walking about Amsterdam and then you just go across some kind of bridge and then you just turn to your left and there's like four or five birds in the window, tits out, just like trying to like come on,
Waving at you.
just yeah, trying to get you in.
Doesn't feel real. It's
No,
like
it
so
doesn't. It feels like a fever
strange.
dream. And then so I was like, because they're all massive drinkers, I was like trying to not trying to keep up, but I was like, okay, I'll drink a little bit then. And then I was just like, you know what, I'm not enjoying drinking here. I'm just going to get stoned instead. So I was just smoking a load of weed, but it's good because you can remember what's happened. Like a lot of them can't remember an awful lot. I
Uh,
actually remember what happened, and I was laughing just the entire trip. So that was good.
Did you get the munchies or anything
Oh
after?
no, I actually didn't.
Oh, fair enough.
So that was a surprise. Well, to be fair, I imagine if you put a load of food in front of me, I would have eaten it, but I wasn't
Yeah.
like, oh, I need to eat. I'm starving here. So
Yeah.
that wasn't an issue for me.
No, that would probably have been my biggest fear. Like I would have been sat thinking, oh, if I like smoke a load here,
Mm.
am I gonna be like doing myself a disservice from the that? Because obviously, like I think it's just kind of natural for probably the three of us. As soon as as soon as you step on a plane and you're traveling for a weekend or whatever, you're kind of like, right, I want to enjoy myself here, but it's also like damage limitation. Like, how do I not come back home totally like derailed as far as progress goes.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think I probably would have ended up just sitting there drinking Diet Cokes.
What did your steps end up like averaging per day, Matt?
There were a decent amount. Like it was difficult to kind of walk about and move about because of the ice. Like roads were completely iced over. The all the pavements and stuff were iced over, and trains were getting cancelled. So we did do a decent bit of walking though. Like I was getting maybe 15 to 17, or no, about 15,000, which in that kind of weather I was like pretty happy with.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Ideally, I would have liked to get like 20 odd if I could, because we barely like walked about the city. We'd maybe do a decent walk to the train station, walk from the train station into the town, but it was just like pub on the corner. Okay, we'll go to the next pub on the other corner, and then that
Just
one.
pub
So
crawl,
it was just
12
like a
pubs
wee
in
pub crawl.
Amsterdam.
Yeah, so I would have liked to have seen more of the city and stuff because it did look really good. So
I
Yeah.
like forced myself to walk about. Obviously, I broke my ankle and it wasn't diagnosed, but
We were talking about this yesterday
yeah.
because he
yeah,
was over in the ice.
that's why I got lucky because my appetite just disappeared when I was in Amsterdam because my ankle was separated. But I still done like 20K steps a day to see Amsterdam because I thought it was so nice.
Mhm.
What was your food highlight?
Probably a smash burger.
Was it?
The smash.
Did you go
Smash.
to Lauren's, the bakery?
No, I was trying to get the boys there and they were like, no, we're going for a
Yeah,
pint.
they're not interested in that.
Not
What did they
interested
want?
in getting
Like
a.
a fry up in the morning or something, then beer?
To be fair, we went to a nice little breakfast place. It was called like
Seen that? Yeah,
Mortimer's or something. I don't
I
know.
there. I
It
went to
was,
back on.
The
yeah, it
name kind
wasn't
of
like
rings a bell.
it wasn't like stupidly highly rated, but it was like we were just kind of walking about. We were like, we need food here. Looked at it and it was just like right in the corner, a tiny you could like barely see the door to it. And we kind of looked in. I was like, oh, that looks decent in there. Saw that they like egg, sourdough, all that kind of stuff, and we're like, right, it must be kind of decent here. So went in there and they got scrambled eggs and sourdough. Was like avocado, no thank you. Keeping my fats low today. But yeah, that was actually quite nice. It was good to eat like proper food. So, but I think the smash burger I had was unbelievable. It was a double patty. There was cheese. I think there was a bit of bacon and then lettuce. No, that was.
Go on to my Five Guys talking about smash burgers. I don't get bacon on my burger. I'm fine without it, you know.
I'm fine without it, but it was a
No.
nice little addition. I
Nice
was like,
addition. Pickles though. Pickles
Yeah,
with the
slap.
burger.
oh,
Yeah, they're
I think
unreal.
they're like one of the best bits of it now, the pickles.
You just
If
get
for
that crunch
breakfast.
and that nice little taste from it. But when
Yeah.
I go away, I plan so many like food spots to hit up because I have this app, Wanderlog. So yeah, genuinely for Tokyo alone, I could have over like 60 food spots that I want to sort of hit across the week. So what you've done, just stumbling upon a place, I couldn't do that because I'd be like, I got these places that I want to hit and I want to like tick them off. I can't
I'm I'm
do
the
that.
same as you, but the rest of them aren't. So
Yeah.
I'm not like if there's a group of seven of us, I'm not saying to all the boys, we're going to this lovely little fucking place that does smash burgers, fries, and stuff. They're like, no, clear off.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go off on my own as well.
Nah,
Because
We'll
it's
go to this lovely wee bakery,
yeah,
get a cookie. You'd be getting allegations of being, mate, what are you, gay? Like,
yeah,
relax,
exactly.
get back
I'll
to
be
the
getting
bar
chucked
here.
at you.
Yeah, it's one of them. No, I've been on a few trips like that. Did you stick to, I assume you brought like your daily subs with you, like creatine and that, or like omegas?
I brought all my like pills with me. I
Yeah.
didn't bring creatine or L-glutamine.
Did you
Um,
stick to them, or did they go out the window?
No, I did stick to them.
Oh,
I
okay,
did.
fair.
Every morning I was like, get everything down me. Didn't need to take any like magnesium or ashwagandha before bed because it smoked half a joint. So
Yeah.
that just put me to sleep straight away. Um, but us, yeah, literally all my stops are just it was because it was only 3 days, it was like easy enough to
Yeah.
put three of each in or six of whatever in. But it is like creatine and stuff. Like I felt myself so flat
Mhm.
because obviously I hadn't trained in a week, hadn't been taking creatine, etc. So
I
that was a
always
bit.
find if you don't stick to those, like even there's like just daily sups in the morning, it's like a good it's a good indicator of the trip just going downhill in terms
Mm.
of like, yeah, keeping it somewhat in line with your goals. I think most trips I've managed to still stick to those, but there's been a few I've been on where it's been like, ah, fuck, like this is the direction this is going in. A few
Mm.
stags, it's been like, ah, right, class. Um, but no, Jake, have you ever really been away on a trip like that where you've
Been drinking.
not necessarily drinking, more so, like we were talking about this yesterday. When you went to Prague, for example, did you train when you were there?
Yeah, I done one
Yeah.
session.
Yeah, so like have you been away on a trip since like starting obviously this whole bodybuilding venture, where you've just not trained. You've kind of looked at yourself a bit and you've been like, ooh, like I'm eating a wee bit too much here. But I'll sure here we'll deal with that when we get back home, or
You
maybe
really need to ask that question. There's
oh
definitely
well.
been
I'm
a
trying to
few
think what ones. Lisbon, Greece.
Lisbon, Amsterdam. No, that's the only two actually, because I trained in Prague and then Copenhagen with the
The
Scottish ones
boys.
custards. We trained. We done one session, so that mitigated everything. Um, but no, even before I started bodybuilding, I would like train on holiday. Like we'd be in Spain with the family, and I'd be finding the local gym, and I'll do the 30-minute walk there, 30-minute walk back. I just like training.
I
So
was I was the same. Like early doors, I would never take a deload over a holiday
it made
or a
like
home
see my
stay. I
early year.
enjoy training.
Yeah, my early years of training, it's like I started off the gym doing a 6 day split, and that would be like walking to the gym after school, training, doing like probably a powerlifting style session with a fuckload of accessories, walking home, going to football training, and then eating something when I got home and going to bed. So like training's just like everything sort of revolves around training, but I like a holiday. Like coinciding with the deload, but
Yeah.
also sometimes when you train on holiday, it's nice to know that you're using the food, and you can give yourself a bit more room to play with, a bit more damage control when you do get a session in, 100%.
So sort of, I would say, yeah, I've definitely had the same outlook. I actually remember whenever I first started going to the gym, this is obviously like way prior to like the bodybuilding days. Like this is me like starting to train, doing 3 sets of 10 bench press back in the day, and a couple of isolations. But um, yeah, back then I would have been in like a perma calorie deficit as well. I actually don't know if I've ever like talked about this. I'm pretty confident whenever I started going to the gym, I was in a deficit for a solid year. Like just a full year. Obviously I had off plans and stuff, but like a year to get down from like what was peak body weight for me to like right, okay, now we could start thinking about a bulk or a push up. But yeah, I remember going to Florida, I think like maybe like 4 or 6 months after I had first started like tracking my macros, going to the gym. And it was one of those 2 week trips with the family where like you're going to all the theme parks, like all of them.
Hmm.
And I actually remember being like, I'm not gonna have time to go to the gym here in 2 weeks, like 2 full weeks. And I remember thinking as well, I'm going to America. I'm not really a bodybuilder. I'm gonna be fucking enjoying myself. And I remember thinking, ah, like 2 weeks off here, I'm probably gonna come back, lose all my strength, like feel like shit. To be fair, the second one's probably true. I probably didn't feel great coming back, but yeah, I think I had 2 weeks off then, but I remember proper freaking out about it. Like being like, oh my God, like am I gonna have to find a Planet Fitness here? Um, but I think
My parents were quite like understanding. They would be like, okay, we'll get a hotel and there's a gym there.
a minute, yeah,
Even though like the older I got, the more I was like, I'm not using a hotel gym. I'm going to go find somewhere else. But they were still like, well, we've got this hotel. There's a little gym in there you can use. So even if it was like coming back from being out and about,
yeah,
getting a 30, 45 minute session in, it's still something. I'm still getting some kind of stimulus from it. It's still enjoying, or I'm still getting some enjoyment out of that. But it was never like, okay, I'm taking 2 hours out of my day, 3 hours out of my day to get a leg pull session in. It would
yeah.
just be like getting something done.
To be
So
fair,
yeah,
I get like full sessions in when I'm away, like when I'm in Japan here, when I try get my 5 sessions in, five, six, whatever, it might be four, I don't know. But
yeah,
I'll
like
like,
I would do that now, but
yeah,
back
But
then
back then I
probably
wouldn't.
not.
Yeah, back then it would have been like, what can I do here to get like some feeling
yeah.
somewhat close to training? Yeah, like I even remember at one stage being like, oh fuck me, I'm gonna have to do tricep dips off the side of the pool here. Do you know what I mean? Like it was like that level. Um,
Where all
but
have you been in America? That was Florida, you said?
yeah, I've been to Florida. Mate, I've actually only been, I don't know why I'm taking so long to think about that. I've only been to Florida and I've only been to Seattle for the Worlds. And we stopped in Boston for like a layover. So I guess you could count there. Because I kind of saw it when, when you're landing and you're like, oh fuck, there's like this landmark. That's it though. You?
I really want to go, but I don't know where to go first. I think New York, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say New York.
I didn't really like America. I've been to Florida twice, LA, and then same as Seabound, like a layover in I think it was New York. But it's just every place is so different, and none of them really actually appeal to me. You can't do, like the city breaks that you would do,
Yeah,
Jake. You can't really do that even in New York because it's so touristy and the people are just so bizarre. It's like it's
I'm
just a
not sure I would like to live there.
no.
Nah,
Like
it'd be so expensive as well. Mate, you'd
it.
be fucking skin.
See, to be honest, Jake, right? See if you went, like, and I'm not really talking about New York because I think New York's such a tourist destination that, like, there, it's like all these wee spots. Like, my uncle's been, and like, he was raving about, like, like fucking Shake Shack and all these, like, niche burger places. And, like, there'll be, I remember seeing AJ and Laws went actually the year I started coaching, which would be 2023. They went to this, like, viral cookie place. Can't remember the name of it.
Ian?
Levain.
Yeah, yeah, Levain.
It's not even there's Crumble, which is like the TikTok famous shite one, but
Yeah,
Levine's meant to be the real fucking
the real
deal.
Have you
deal.
seen the Jack Eagles videos of him like eating
He
the
just like
Levain?
supersets them with meals.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's as well. There's definitely one, like, I can't remember the name of it. It's not the Cheesecake Factory, obviously. There's a cheesecake, like a New York cheesecake place. Like all these wee places, yeah, fair enough. But like, see, like Florida, mate, like, nah, it's like, oh, we're going into Walmart here or like Publix or whatever,
I think that
which
would
is
be
like,
so cool, though.
yeah, but mate, like, I swear to fuck, like, I think if you went in there, you'd be like, what is going on here? Because, like, even the Walmarts that we went into when I was in Seattle is fucking mental, mate. Like, the desserts, the quality of, like, desserts and, like, baked stuff they have in those places, it literally looks like something out of a restaurant you would get here.
It's like a full bakery
Yeah,
in like an actual supermarket. But the
yeah.
supermarkets are like triple the size of ours. It's
Sitting
great.
part of the cereal aisle would be ridiculous.
Oh,
Mate, I think I took a photo of the cereal aisle and put it on
I
Instagram.
think I've seen your story
It's
highlight.
like the color, the fucking colors. That was what stood out to me. We walked down the cereal aisle and it was like fucking Nyan Cat. Like, it was crazy.
I haven't heard that in fucking donkeys.
And that's how you know I'm old. Um,
What was I gonna say though? But like, I have to go to America at some stage because like Cheesecake Factory, I have to experience that. I have to
yeah.
experience walking around New York and having four bacon, egg, and cheese bagels a day and Levain cookies. It's all
It's
food.
it's just it's another world out
What are
there.
the attractions in New York? The Statue of Liberty.
Statue
yeah.
of Liberty,
Is that it?
Empire
Times
State Building,
Square,
Times Square,
Times.
Empire State.
Ground Zero. Um, yeah,
But
there's a
New
few.
York's massive.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's bound to
Like
be.
you could,
mate.
I feel like you need a
A
full
week there.
week to see everything.
It'd be like a Tokyo, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and then think as well, right? Like, think how many movies and games are set in New York. Like, fucking Grand
Mhm.
Theft Auto 4 was set in New York. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and aren't all, yeah, all the Spider-Mans as well. Like, you could just be like walking around somewhere and you'd be like, oh fuck, there's that spot.
It'd be so unreal.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but no,
Would you prefer to go to like a city like New York or somewhere like LA where you could walk about a bit more? And as in like it's less compact. You can
condensed
just
and
like
compact. Yeah,
it's more like spread out. You can go to the beach and stuff. You can
I'd have to do them both to
to actually
Amsterdam.
know.
I
I
have
think
no idea.
for me it would be LA.
Yeah.
Well, I could probably give my 2 cents on that after Japan because like Tokyo will be like so compact. You can't like you everything's busy.
Yeah.
I just get overwhelmed in those types of cities. And like if I'm
Oh,
looking for a food place,
overstimulated.
well,
I think that is my least favorite word recently. I've seen it so much overstimulated. It's like shut
yeah.
up. People
Um,
say there's loads of people around them and like so much is going on.
It's
Like so
definitely become a fashionable word that now that you
100%.
say it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Because like people were using it to me talking about the Belfast Christmas market. Like
Over
some guy was talking to me about, the one at Lisburn where they were like fucking shining those ridiculous lights into the sky.
yeah.
And he's like, "Oh mate, it's not bad." And I was like, "Lad, it's in Lisburn. Like, relax. Like, it's probably absolute dog." And he was like, "Oh, it was so much better than going into Belfast and getting really overstimulated in the market." It's like,
yeah, see
mate,
if
we've
I
been
heard
doing this for like 10 years at this point, going into Belfast. Like, it's not that bad, but yeah, that word's just become a bit fashionable, I suppose. Funny you point
and
that
like
out.
part of my vocabulary anyway.
Um,
Here, I pull up a few questions.
yeah, you may as well. How many did
Um,
you
I've
get?
got, I've got, well, one of them's actually not a question. Leo has just sent over the photo of me. Here we go. Can you see
Nah.
that? Open
Yeah.
again.
Not the AI
That's
one.
not correct. No, that's the real one. Oh, remember the AI one,
The
the full.
AI
Yeah, I
one
was
was
thinking of the
Oh,
AI one.
you wet yourselves at that. Which one will I go for first? Gabe, what do you each find hardest about bodybuilding?
That is a good
Hmm.
question.
I don't know if I can think of something. In the diet, the posing. I fucking hated posing in my diet.
would you say that's the hardest thing
Yeah,
you
generally because I
find?
didn't find the food or honestly the tiredness throughout the day and like it was less of a burden than the posing. See, once I knew I have 3 rounds of posing to do here, I hate my life. That's probably the hardest thing
It's
I've
not as bad
experienced.
when you look good though.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
see when you look good, see when you
Yes.
make
Mate,
muscle.
If
I
Oof.
like,
if like in a prep when you're seeing yourself get leaner, you're like, okay, I'm a bit excited to pose here. But I know what you mean. Yeah.
do you know what I
Maybe
think
after
made that
or
worse?
something. What'd you say, C-Bomb?
Do you know what I think made it worse as well? For me, I would agree the posing side was a bit annoying, but Jake, I don't think you'll really have too many memories of this. Matt, you definitely will. See in the dock when you used to have to practice posing, you would do it in the changing room, and mate, oh,
Oh
like
my
if you
God,
were
yeah.
like fucking six weeks out or something, and you're standing there trying to, drill all your rounds, get through everything, and some like guy just walks in and goes, "Fuck me, mate. Well, what are you? Well, 3 days out?" And it's like, lad, one, I'm in the middle of a
Too
posting round.
lean.
You're
Yeah,
too
yeah.
lean. You're too lean, mate.
It's like because there was no door, like, oh, we actually used to close the door of the changing room. I remember that. And like people used to just come in anyway. Which is fair enough, like you need to use the changing room. There didn't used to be a posing room in the gym, essentially, is what we're getting at. So you'd have to practice in the changing room. And yeah, whenever you're obviously tired, low on food, you can't be arsed. You've just trained and you're putting yourself through 3 rounds post session. I think one of the most irritating, difficult things for me was even like just like no hard feelings, but even just like friends, like going, "Oh, C-Bam's posing up," do one of them and come and stand in the change. I was about to drop the name there, drop,
Oh dear.
but yeah, do one of them, and it's like, bro, like I don't even want to hear that I look good or hear observations. I just want to do my rounds and get out. But every single day it was like unsolicited advice. That's the word.
Hmm.
I find that I found that quite hard to deal with in my first prep. It was one of it actually I think made the posing more difficult for me than the actual physical side of doing the rounds. Obviously, you don't have to deal with that though, Jake. You can just stick a lock on the door and, unless
Yeah,
somebody
the posing
grabs
room's the
hold
man.
of a
The
two
I
by.
difficulty is
actually,
actually
I,
getting into the posing room though.
Yeah, true, true.
That's what I'm worried about. Like having to like finishing the session, feeling like absolute dirt, being like, right, I've got 3 rounds to do here. Walk down to the posing room and there's 10 kids standing outside waiting. It's like,
Yeah.
realistically, am I actually going to wait for them to finish? Do I even say, mate, I need to skip the queue here? Like I don't even know what to do.
I'm gonna go hypo, lads. I have more muscle than you. Let me in the posing room first.
Do you think we have a right to say that though?
No, but I wish we did.
I don't think so, to be
I
fair.
think as bodybuilders, and there's a group of kids, I think we've got a right to say,
Actually, in some shape or form, because it is posing. Like, are they even posing? Like, we're doing a posing round. They're gonna
mm,
be taking their tops off, keeping their bags on, and just hitting like a side chest or yeah, one of them maybe. Um,
shit like
you
that.
know, that's a weird one. We'll have to inquire to Rob and
Because
see.
I'm actually going to say to Rob,
I feel
because
like Rob's already
he
he's
said to
already
me
spoke
about
to me
it.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, I haven't said yous, but I think I might start running my Tuesday leg session at the dock again. I don't know. The paying for the day pass, while it's probably still at warehouse on the every Tuesday, while it's still maybe cheaper than like diesel running me up the dock. I don't know. Something about tapping my card for 750 every Tuesday is annoying me.
750 for the use of a good leg press. Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
you using 750 in petrol though?
I don't know, mate. It's like 40 minutes each way for me.
To
I'm not
warehouse,
yeah, no
No,
to
the dock.
the dock
Um, See, to be honest, is your car petrol or diesel? Petrol then?
diesel.
diesel.
Diesel. I know you wouldn't be using 750. Cost me 750 roughly to get to work in the car and it's 45 minutes each way. So it's yeah, so
Yeah, I might
I'd
start on
say
that. I was thinking of my session. I might actually the Rogers hip press is still there, isn't it?
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
might actually use it instead of the squat press because this I need a leg press pattern obviously, but the squat press just feels a bit naff compared to
I like wasn't progressing it at all.
That vertical one kind of interests me for a single leg, but I've not tried it.
does not interest me at all. It looks so gag.
Yeah, it doesn't look
You're
great.
also just spreading your ass cheeks to the entire gym if
Jim,
anyone walks
I'm not a
past it.
fan. It should
Horribly,
be flipped around the other way as well.
yeah, I know.
horribly placed.
Mate,
I've
I
got lower
find,
on Tuesday.
do you? Fuck
Yeah.
me. I'm
I
missing
work
out
every
here.
Tuesday though, so
Hmm?
I work every Tuesday though,
Oh,
so
you're in later, aren't you?
yeah, wouldn't be in the Clio. Yeah, I've missed that since you were away. We didn't get it on Saturday or Thursday.
I'm not training tomorrow. I'm training today.
Wait, no, but I'm talking about last week. But what is today, Wednesday? Yeah,
Wednesday.
I wouldn't get it on Thursday, but Saturday post workout. Yeah.
I'm in what do you
Oh,
call
you're
it?
enough for this is what I was thinking, mate. It's gonna be such a big gap.
It'll be next week. Won't it?
Well, next week will no, because next week will be the off plan. Well, next Saturday.
Oh yeah.
For those context, another Lifestyle Loops podcast, off plan meal going down on the 20th. We're undecided of what we're going for. But that's my Japan send off meal. If
Yeah.
I have mentioned I'm going to Japan in this podcast yet.
I don't think you have it.
You bringing the MacBook to Japan?
It will be
He's got
indeed.
check-ins to do, mate.
Yeah. I'll
Check-ins,
be
mate.
bringing the Osmo as well.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, what will we do for the podcast while they're away? Will we be giving it a miss? Will the
I'll fucking do it. I'll do it in like the Pokemon Cafe or something.
Yeah,
I'm sure like time difference isn't horrendous.
I'm looking that up here.
I
No,
remember having a call with Noah when he was in Japan.
It's
I'd
like
absolutely do it. Like,
you're 7 hours ahead of us in Japan. So you could do it in the evening and we're in the morning.
Yeah.
we'll get something to work.
Fair enough. We'll
I
give you
don't know what I'm
two
gonna be
people.
doing in the evenings because like they're big on their drinking and karaoke in the evenings, but like I don't really want to do that. So I might
Just imagine you doing karaoke
Karaoke.
in some Japanese bar by yourself.
I wouldn't be by myself. All the Japanese would be cheering me on. What would I sing? Like
What's your song?
um fuck knows actually. Cherry Waves by Deftones or something. I don't actually think I know any words to any Deftones songs. I just like how they sound. But no, I might leave like my training sessions to like the evenings or something, just to fill the time, and then through the day go to all the temples and the food spots.
I feel like though, to be fair, like Tokyo probably comes to life a bit at night in
Mhm.
terms
Yeah,
of like the
100%
light
does.
and the neon sort of
And I'm
culture.
staying in Shibuya and Shinjuku, so they're like the party centers of Tokyo, you could say.
Are you going to have a drink when you're out there?
Yeah, I'll have some like sake and stuff. I might try an
Yeah.
acai. Everywhere
Asai's
I go,
Acai
I
is good. Yeah.
try a beer and remember I don't like it. Like Lisbon, I was told
tasted.
Superboc was going to be unreal, but just churned my face up
No,
at it.
Super Vodka is good.
I mean, I thought it was shite. Thought it tasted like every other beer I've ever had.
Nah, acai is on a different level. The Super Bock though, it is it's very nice. Like if I was, if I was like held at gunpoint and they were like, you have to drink beer here, man. Like, what, what do
Exactly.
you want? Acai would be up there. It's very like smooth. Um,
The cocktail bar that the thing, I don't know, I feel like I'm getting deja vu here that I've said it somewhere, but the theme is like, all the drinks are like the names of movies. So like they're related to movies, and
yeah.
I'll have a few of them. I'll get pissed up then. That'll be the night I get pissed up and go sing karaoke. I'll just be like, I'm steaming off the Shawshank Redemption.
Uh, um, yeah, but no, I'm trying to think of other things here that are like the difficult part of bodybuilding outside of what
Back
was
to the
said. So
question.
back to the question. Um, I think for me, you touched on it as well, though, Jake. I think just the tiredness aspect when you are prepping, I think was the. Although I don't really know, like, because it's tough. I only done one prep, and I'm not sure if I'll feel it the same way this time. Whether things will be different, because obviously you're
It
set
will
up.
be different.
Yeah, because
I
I feel
noticed
like,
a huge difference.
yeah, I was gonna say I felt like your first prep was quite different to your second.
You just find like you almost learn from not even mistakes, but just things that you're like looking back as like on the first prep, you're like, okay, that didn't really work as well, or
Yeah,
there's a better way of doing this. And then you do it for the next prep. And then I'm thinking back to things I did last prep, and I'm like, okay, well, I can maybe change that a little bit just
yeah,
to make your life easier. It's not necessarily making the prep any easier, but it's just making the process more enjoyable as well. Like making sure steps aren't left till fucking 9 o'clock at night. You know, you want to have as much done by like 6 o'clock as you can, so you can just chill out and relax
yeah.
and rest
Thing
and
I
recover.
have is the my 2023 diet. I'd say the food focus there was probably one of the hardest things I've like ever
Oh,
experienced.
that's actually a good point. Yeah.
I genuinely food consumed my life for 6 months probably. Like I thought of nothing else but meals and off plans. Like it's not even it wasn't a good food focus where you're just excited for your on plan meals, oh I've got chicken and rice next, that's class. No, it's like holy fuck, look at this smash burger on Instagram. I'm gonna nail that.
Yeah.
But it was so bad. I
I
definitely say
definitely
it's
noticed
up
that.
there.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
noticed that. Mainly in my, to be fair, it was mainly in my first prep. But that was because as soon as I started the prep, I was immediately thinking, I'm not going to be able to eat anything else for the next 6 months. So
Hmm.
you're already putting yourself in a bad position.
Yeah.
Versus the next prep, I was kind of thinking more about the actual bodybuilding side of things. Like, okay, 6 months, I'm going to look unbelievable here. I'm going to be doing these kind of shows.
Sure, you
But
just binged after your shows anyway with all those off plans, mate.
pretty much, mate, I
Didn't
looked
even have a
absolutely
big break
dreadful.
from them.
Uh, won't
Had
be
a
doing that
pasta.
this time.
What
You
was it?
kind of
Pasta every night in Greece? Or did you have a pasta every? Where'd you go during prep? The holiday?
Um,
Wasn't
that
that
was
during prep?
Portugal. No, that was Portugal.
Portugal. Yeah.
Yeah, that was all right to be fair. That see that diet break, it like did me so well because I felt like I was the timing of it, it was like 8 weeks maybe into prep where I'm not like food focused and I'm like still enjoying my normal meals. I still feel pretty good. So I was actually able to just eat my normal meals for like the first three, still went and trained. And then it was like, oh, I get an off plan this evening. And because because I'm in like a good position, I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to choose this. I went for an Indian, and I just scaled back what I usually have.
No,
And
man.
yeah, no naan. No,
Just
no.
better that than sitting in your room fucking scoffing Nutrilines for your diet break anyway. That's I would
It's
agree with
popping
it.
up.
Yeah, I mean, better to do that. I think a bit of that though as well is probably just maturity because like I'm even thinking about things and like I could eat my words here, but I would say to be honest, I just probably won't. I think whenever you do this for long enough, you start to realize that actually there's not that much difference between prep. I know it's like a cliche where it's like there's not much difference between prep and the off season. It's really just the food. Like everything else should kind of stay the same. Whereas I think the last time I prepped, that wasn't the case. Like it was like, oh fuck, like prep starting. This is like now it's serious. Like, and it was viewed as like such a big shift. Whereas like I remember I started my prep in 2023. I was starting on on a Monday and the Sunday before me, I was definitely like, right, a fucking pizza, pizza with cookies is happening here. This is it. This is the big send off. Whereas I honestly think this time I'll just be like, nah, like I'm not having an off plan the night before prep. If it's a Saturday night, sometimes I have an off plan. Odds are it's going to be a Sunday. I don't think I'll take the piss. I'll just have my usual meals and start prep the next day.
It's
Knowing me,
like
I'll probably start the prep on the Sunday, to be honest.
let's start prep day one looking shite because you had an
Yeah,
Indian.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Fully
Let's
loaded.
just let's just bloat myself in my progress photos so that it
It
looks
means you get
way better.
more weight off the first week if you're going from like
Oh
Stuff.
three
yeah.
or 4 pounds heavier than usual. I dropped 10 pounds this week.
Down
Prep's
10
going
pounds,
well.
week one.
Yeah.
5 pounds of that was fucking Nandar's chicken Peshwari naan and fucking
Yes, what
um
is it, Peshawar? Is this the coconut one?
yeah,
Yeah,
made it
it's like
bang.
sweet coconut. It's
Matt
unbelievable.
was trying
So
to
good.
educate me about an Indian order. I still don't know. I'll go like butter chicken if we go for an Indian.
Mate,
Here, this actually brings us on to another question. Leo asked after he sent the photo of me holding the Ben and Jerry's and the 7-Eleven McMuffin, he says top three off plans of 2025. We won't do top three each, but like, is there a standout one for you that you've had in the year? We might need a moment of silence here to think. Actually, camera roll,
I'm
camera roll.
actually thinking I need to get the camera roll out here. I'm trying to think where I've been.
I had a five guys,
I'll,
but it's
here, I'll kick us off. Libertine.
uh, it was good because of the whole trip and like us being together,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's up there for
It's
like
in
my.
my top three
In
off
terms of,
plans.
are we chatting like experience of the off plan, or are we
No,
chatting the
I'd
actual off
say
plan?
meal only.
Ah, right. Um,
It was nice though. It was good smash burger. You cannot go wrong.
I think
Did
you're
I
just
have
gonna
a
have to
five
say
guys?
Ginza, mate, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd be putting the Ginza there.
Yes, the see that ramen that was ridiculous. Like I actually sometimes think back to it already, and I'm like, wow, that was mega.
It'll be interesting to see if you get, well, I'm sure you will get better in Japan, but it'll be interesting to see like how it compares.
It stacks up, yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Oh,
My off plans are all just Ben and
Ben
Jerry's
and
and
Jerry's.
Nando's.
He scrolled past the photo of a Ben and Jerry's there. Um, mate, if I had a Five Guys in 2025, it'd be up there. I genuinely think Five Guys is unbelievable.
do you know what's so funny talking about Ben and Jerry's while you are looking? I was talking to a client last night. It was actually Reese Hogg, and essentially for one reason or another, we're swapping him from a meal plan to macros. Just because I think, to be honest, in hindsight, I think it's a better option for him. Someone that struggles to get food in, and yeah, is on quite high calories. I think it's worth exploring. But anyway, I was explaining the whole process to him, how macros work and how at least, look, it is fine to work in some more desirable foods, blah, 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 but just don't take the piss. And actually, an example I did use was I'm not saying go and nail 1,000 calorie tub of Ben and Jerry's and then just have protein servings the rest of the day. Nobody
That,
out here is doing that. And then I just thought, well, actually, I know two people that might have done that, or the the meal plan equivalent of what would that be? Swapping out two meals or something for well, probably one meal for you guys.
No,
I
it'd be
have mine. I have mine. I think the tiramisu donut I had in Time Out Market in Lisbon was probably the best thing that I had this year.
I thought Time Out Market was shite.
Seriously, mate, did you go to the donut spot?
No, but we were looking for an actual like meal.
We didn't go for food. Me and Poppy, we would have our meal out somewhere and then would do the walk to timeout and pick two donuts and go halfers on each. Mate, I thought it was phenomenal. Wait, who'd you go to Lisbon with?
Two of my mates. It was 2023.
Yeah, timeout was class, I thought. And we could never get seats though. It was so bonged.
Yeah, we couldn't get seats. That's what made me not want to eat there because it was like I'm not eating off a tray here, standing in the
It was
corner.
weeknights as well, and it was fucking bonged. Rosemary likes Lisbon, doesn't she?
She been? Yeah, she has been. I think she did like it. Yeah,
They're recent enough.
mate. I don't even know what my best off plan was.
Surely
I
some.
actually feel like I haven't had many good ones.
Um, fuck, there'd be something by like think. Well, it wouldn't be a burger for you. If you had any nice pizzas, pastas, Indian.
To be fair, that I've had good Indians, but like I've had like quite a few from the same place, so it's just like they don't like stand out because I've had them so
Yeah,
many times before.
I don't think I wouldn't discredit anyone for saying Ginza. It was pretty incredible.
Yeah. I'm just glad it lived up to the hype, to be
Yeah,
honest.
you're sitting it.
Yeah. It's
Like,
all well, it's always the same whenever you're like you've talked up somewhere with your mates and you're like, all right, we'll go here. Yeah. And it's like, oh we'll go here then.
we'll keep on the food topic. I think this is the last food one.
What else?
Josh Dandy says top three pastries. Almond croissants. Well, we'll make a combined top three.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
Almond croissant we're putting in there straight away.
yeah, I
yeah.
agree with that.
Hmm.
I'd put like I'd put a cinnamon bun in there, but
Oh yes, yes.
like a thicker kind of one.
The ones I had in Prague.
Get a photo up. It's
Uh,
like they aren't as thin and wide.
oh no, but I know what you mean. They're thick, like
They're more like an actual bun, and then
yeah.
they've got the frosting on top.
And
Yeah.
Sebam would agree with that because he had one in Royal,
Do you
didn't he?
know, mate? Yeah, I did. That was a good one. Do you know what was so fucking dumb? I had a Cinnabon in Dubai. Such a letdown. Like,
Seriously?
yeah, such a
Ah,
letdown.
mate, I want
Um,
to try one of them for ages.
I'm gonna be.
Here,
This is
pastel de nata. Would you consider that? That's a wee tap.
potentially, but here's one which I think will probably be frowned upon. I am actually a bit of a fan of like an apple turnover or like some form of apple pastry, but they're so basic, but it has to be a good one.
Mum likes them. I'll give you. I'll give you. It's probably
The thing is though, like if you lined one of them up next to an almond croissant, I'd probably take the almond croissant. But there's something about like an apple pastry that's like quite nice in the morning.
what do you think of that butcher and apple turnover?
No, I'm not an apple
For
fan.
him.
I like
Oh,
I like an apple by itself, just
just
not
a
when it's
fresh
like been
apple.
cooked and stuff.
Yeah.
I do like a nice. What do you call that when an apple's like a filling? Is it like does it get stewed or something?
It's like brownie apple. Like
I
yeah, I know what you mean. Like when it's like yeah, all the little fucking cubes of
right.
apple.
Has pastel de nata been brought up?
I said pastel de nata. I think that's a good shout,
It is a good
especially
shot.
for the
They are very, very
runniest
good.
things ever.
Yeah, I don't think you can't beat a good cookie as well.
But that's not a pastry,
It's not a
by
pastry. Yeah.
I thought we were maybe just chatting bakery items.
Baked goods in general.
baked goods is a good topic. We could talk about that for hours.
Have any of you ever tried real baklava?
Nah,
No.
no.
Yeah, that was an
I
experience.
had in Greece, we were it was like an all you can eat sort of style. It was all inclusive, that's what you call it. And the part of the dessert was like baklava, but like I don't base it off that because it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
all
it's not the
inclusive.
same.
It's not going to be quality. Yeah.
When I went to Croatia in 2019, there was a bakery beside us. I still can't get over this. The bakery was 24 hours, mate.
I would be
Yeah.
so
And it was
hooked.
like some wee local fucking places, right? You could just walk in and grab a loaf of bread at 3 in the morning.
I
And
would be so fucked.
it's done baklava, and it's the one time I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get a baklava here. It was great, really,
Would you
really
ever
good.
go a 2 kilo tub of Perform?
I actually didn't mind that type of perform to be fair. I meant to say this to you actually, because we were talking about the Battenberg, fucking
PWP.
PWP. So one of the biggest ingredients, or one of the main ingredients in Battenberg is fucking marzipan. There's a flavor of perform that tastes of nothing but marzipan. I think it might be Dubai chocolate to me.
You told me.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
because I remember having a sample and it was
Yeah.
just marzipan.
To me,
I
I
like
was like,
white chocolate, to be honest.
yeah, like I wouldn't buy it again, but like I do want to try that Battenberg way. Um, Whenever we
Uh,
were talking about that, it actually made me want to go to the shop and be like, I'm
it
gonna
is.
grab a
We
wee
can do a trade. What ways do you have at the minute?
fuck mate. None very appetizing to you, I doubt. I
I'll
have
take 300 grams of red velvet.
yeah, well there you go then. Yeah.
300 red velvet for
Yeah,
three.
I've got a tub of Perform Red Velvet and a tub of cookie dough. I do have ESN Stracciatella. What the fuck's Stracciatella song?
What? Is that a chest press?
But but yeah, it's near done. But
Oh, dear. Right, we'll get
um
another question going.
oh, before you ask as well, sorry Jake, mate, I tried that ESN flavor powder for the first time the other day and holy fuck.
Which flavor did you get?
The dark cookies and cream, but mate, like I remember you were talking about it and you were like, no, like this is like you'll be this is like crack if you're in a
Yeah.
deficit. I actually tried it and was like, bro, like this is criminal.
What did you have it in?
I just oats. Like the reason I used it is because I was having oats, but I didn't need any more protein for the day, and I was like, what the fuck? Like this is a disgusting scenario to be in. Like,
Did you have a bowl of a meal without a protein serving, C-bomb?
yeah, because I
Yeah.
had protein an hour prior, so.
Oh, right, fair enough.
I wasn't outside of my window, bro. But yeah, I didn't need to be using whey. Like I needed like fucking 6 grams of protein, which like
You're gonna get trace, yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna get trace. So I was like, right, well, I'll have oats, I'll have dark chocolate, I'll have fruit because I'm a bit low on micros. What can I do here? And I fucked in some of that flavor powder, and it was actually great.
Ridiculous. I don't
Yeah.
know how it is, and it's not like an artificial sweetener where it causes you GI stress and you can notice
No.
you're absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I just messaged Noah because I ordered some from him for Black
Yes,
Friday,
yes, I remember
but I
that.
haven't had a chance to actually get it off him yet. So
Mm.
he's bringing it this weekend.
It's very, very
It's
good. I'd advise the use of it on prep, man.
I'm just trying to think what I would put it in.
yogurt.
I
Yeah.
don't have yogurt. Like I mean, at the minute in my diet, because I'm
But
not putting it in cream of rice.
you don't have oats. Uh, yeah,
I
well,
maybe just have to switch my meal plan, have oats as my final meal.
Would be good
switch
good
your meal plan just to fit some flavor powder in.
Yeah.
Sounds optimal. Right. Shay asked a question. I believe it was, would you rather train in a gym with good kit, but a shite environment or atmosphere, or the other way around? Hmm.
I already do one of
Sounds
those, so
familiar.
Hmm.
He's got things in his eyes. For me, I think I definitely care about kit more, to be honest. There, to an extent, I can put my head down and I don't really care about atmosphere. It's why I was able to stick Newry for 6 months, just because it's prime haven.
yeah. It's the
Um,
same answer for me. It's
I would probably, yeah, I'd probably say the same thing, just based on the fact that I'm still training at the dock.
the thought process has gone through my head too many times to be like, I could just go to this gym today and get a session in and be a bit closer, and the kit doesn't match up, and I'm like, even thinking about sessions, sometimes I'm like, I've got a Life Fitness lap pull down, great. I've got a barbell to do barbell rows. I've got a prime row, but don't have access to a lap bias row that's similar to the Cybex NX row. So I'll just be like, yeah, I want the kit at the dock. Like even one piece not being quite up to standard, I'm a bit like, I'll just go to
I've considered moving all my sessions to warehouse because think of the hundreds of hours I've spent on the motorway going to Ballynahinch. To
yeah,
the dock. But then I literally the one thing that just put an end to those thoughts was I would be swapping a prime row for a life fitness seated row. And I'm like, I
Yeah,
actually thought, I was like, see when Lurgan opens up, see if it doesn't have a prime plate loaded row. I actually don't know if I'll train there. I think that's the one thing I actually need in life. Not that's really sad, but the I rely on that machine.
I would agree with that, and I would agree. Well, I would say for me as well, it's because I've not used it that much, and I really, really like it. But the flat press, if there's no form of plate loaded prime press in your gym, I'm a bit like, bro, I don't want to train push there or
Yeah,
upper. Like,
I'm just
definitely.
thinking, Jake, if you had a gym that had Cybex, Nautilus, Atlantis, but no Prime kit, and it was an Unreal atmosphere versus a fully equipped Prime gym, but no atmosphere.
No atmosphere, as in I'm the only one there.
No,
it's
no atmospheres, and there's other people there, NPCs, like
Like,
mums and stuff,
how bad are we talking?
like
Like,
fucking brutal. Like I'm trying to think of a gym, but
like you're trying to do barefoot leg press, and there's some mill bag that comes up to you and goes, in the middle of your set. You're not allowed to do that. What are you at?
is it bad? And how good is the atmosphere? What's the demographic of the Cybex Haven? Like, are we all bodybuilding
like
in there?
bodybuilders, I'm trying to think of a gym that we've all been to. You know, like that, like Apollo vibe, where you
Oh,
walk in and like music's blaring. You've got like you're surrounded by bodybuilders.
zero prime versus all prime though.
Yeah.
I'd give them both a month to run.
Would
Yeah, I like them. I'd probably go the prime. I'm not even kidding.
you?
Genuinely.
It's like you can get so many good Cybex pieces,
But like,
Atlantis, and
it doesn't drop off in the short.
so
And
just design your session accordingly.
what are you gonna do when your muscles fatigued and you can't get it short as well? Now, I'm obviously joking. You can obviously get productive work in, but I just love Prime Kit. I love fighting through a heavy stretched range, and loading
Well,
stuff up.
sure, the Atlantis flat that we've got in the dock, like that's pretty heavy in the.
Oh,
But like,
well, yeah, you can get certain pieces, but then also some pieces like a Cybex, nothing Cybex really ever drops off in the short. But no, to be fair, if everyone's bodybuilding and it is like a really, really good atmosphere, I probably would do that. I'd just be slightly annoyed. It's like, why have you got all this shite and not any prime? Can we just get one piece in? Like the prime plate loaded row. That's all I'd ask for. That probably is my favorite piece. That's a good question for you.
mm,
What's your favorite prime piece? Hack is up there.
I've
yeah,
not used it.
we're not including Strive, are we?
Nah, we'll do prime only.
Oh, that's
Actually,
annoying.
we'll do strive. We'll do strive.
Um,
Some strive pieces are better than the prime equivalent, I think.
I think that Strive low row is slightly better than the Prime one.
And the strive leg
Leg
extension.
extension, you know, the Apollo leg
Yeah,
extension.
that's
It was
exactly what I was thinking.
very nice.
there's a fuck me, I can't remember the name of it, but it's in the physique club and it's a strive piece and it's like an overhead press.
Shoulder press,
Oh,
is it the
Yeah,
narrow
mate.
one?
I really liked it. The way you could
have it in your IC.
yeah, I really liked using it, to be fair. I thought it was a class piece of kit.
Right. Question. James Limford, what is the one thing that you think most people get wrong or underestimate with bodybuilding training? Hmm. Underestimate.
Everything has to be optimal and scientific.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're laughing because you're trying to aim at that at me, but like,
I'm not aiming into you, but like you do take a piss sometimes.
I
You
think,
literally just what you've said, whereas like I'm not using this piece because it doesn't drop off at this point. Like
I
that's just
mean,
reading into things
if you're
too much.
sticking a Cybex leg extension as last movement on a leg day, like you're doing yourself a disservice. Just saying. I think mine is that like building on yours, it's literally just about consistency.
Hmm.
If say someone did put that Cybex leg extension last movement and their quads are absolutely battered going into it, so they're not using as much load as they can. If they still do that every week and still get stronger at that, that's still building muscle.
Yeah.
Like no doubt about it. But I think my thing would be having to end every set with like a failure rep. I feel like you can get really distracted by wanting to get buried by like a leg press or something when you're first learning intensity. And it's like, no, well, maybe to learn the intensity, but eventually you do need to start learning when to call a set if you do want to like keep a runway open for taking progressions.
Um, yeah, I would agree with that. I think for me it would be underestimating the importance of um simply just patterning a particular movement. So like for me, the example I use constantly is the Cybex pivot. I ran the Cybex pivot leg press for I would say 3 years there. And only during sort of the final year did I start to really click with it and think, oh, like I'm starting to be able to actually bury myself in this thing now. I think it obviously is different and it's person dependent. You know, for some people, certain pieces might come to them quicker than others. But something that I struggle with sometimes with, like, for example, clients, it's like, oh, mate, I'm not really liking this prime flat. Can we swap it out? And it's like, bro, you've been running it for 6 weeks. Like, in my opinion, relax a bit. Like yes, there's certain bits of kit that are maybe better than others, but we kind of know what they are. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I feel like at our level though, we could be on a piece of kit for 3 weeks and just already know, okay, I'm not going to
yeah,
get on
that this
this.
isn't working.
But it's those people in the early days who have
Yeah,
literally they're so inconsistent and their setup on like a machine could be inconsistent week to week.
yeah. It's
And they're
like,
like, I'm not getting on with this. Well, it's like it's not the
oh,
same as what you did last week anyway.
yeah, that one really grinds my gears. It's like, oh, I'm not really feeling this bit of kit. And then you check the form clips or you look at what somebody's doing and like the seat position is totally different. And it's like, mate, like, what are you doing? Like, yeah, I think for me, just like if you pick a movement, like say for example, like just yeah, that leg press, and you just run that for 3 years, I guarantee like it's gonna look and feel like internal feel wise, it's gonna be totally different by the end of the 3 years of running that once a week, every single week. Because this is the thing as well. For us, the way we train, sometimes you're only doing one set on something a week. Like in my opinion, doing it for 6 weeks, and especially if you're not at the level, doing it for 6 weeks and then going, oh fuck this, like I'm gonna do the hammer strength leg press instead because I've watched some boy on Instagram doing it and he's getting, he's doing really good sets. To me, I don't know, it's just like just don't underestimate how long it actually takes to get really skilled and good on each particular piece.
Yeah, like getting accustomed to it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
All
Like
right.
I'd say the Arsenal mate, I'm still not that I'm pretty good on it, but I'm still not like 100% there, you
I'm
know.
kind of the same.
Not
I
been in
feel
long
like
enough.
I could maybe change the seat up a little bit
Yeah.
and maybe, maybe have the seat a little bit lower down, have my feet lower. Like I feel like I could just tweak it a little bit more, but I'm happy with how it's going at the minute where I feel like I don't need to change anything for the sake of it. I'd
Yeah.
rather just run it for a while and see how I get on.
I'm
Yeah.
really happy with my Arsenal sets to be fair, but the Prime Hack, I think I'd like a bit more foot plant than what I'm currently on.
What do you have the foot plate at? Because I've been switching between 6 and 7. No pun intended. No
Oh,
pun
you
intended, but I
said
actually
it.
have been swapping from 6 and 7.
I'm on 8 at the minute, so I might lower that a good bit and try
It
keep.
is like a little bit steeper, isn't it?
It would be would yeah, because it lifts. Yeah. So I might lower that and just because I'm going like on my sets, yes, they're really good sets and I'm not dying out, like trying to lock out the rep, but I am right on my tiptoes. And I think just from like a forced production standpoint, maybe I could be getting a little more out of that.
I think that prime hack, like you don't, it's not like other hack squats where you maybe do need to have a little bit of heel elevation. I feel like I can keep my entire foot planted and still get maximum knee flexion possible. It's just trying to find that right angle, even like how high up I have my feet.
Yeah. I also
Can you
think,
hear that? Sorry.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry.
I'm also waiting till Lurgan opens to see the leg kit to decide whether I buy a pair of squat shoes. I'm really considering it Because like if quads are a thing that I really want to bring up in this next like push up, it's like they could be very much a worthy investment. Like if I'm hitting the same levels of like knee flexion on the prime hack, but I have my feet fully planted and I've got an extra plate aside on the hack squat, that's doing something.
Something.
100%.
What size feet are you?
I'll like 10 or 11.
I knew it was gonna be something different. Nah, I have a pair here that I made. I literally, like, I was nearly considering putting them on Vinted, but I probably won't because it's always good to have a pair, like just in case, like you ever need them again. But
Got it.
I just don't use mine and haven't done since last prep. Um, they do make a difference. I do think, yeah, they would make a difference, but like, I'm just happy, like, the fact that Arsenal has obviously a foot plate that's already angled. I don't even feel like I missed them on that.
Yeah, no,
Um,
that's fair enough.
and I don't hack at the moment, but I would say I probably will during prep, maybe, because can't see the pendulum staying in the whole way through.
Definitely not.
So I might end up on that prime hack at some stage, but um, yeah, but no, I don't know. I was looking at them the other day and I was like, fuck me. Like they're not cheap a pair of squat shoes, like.
You're not. And
I don't feel like I yeah, I
in
don't feel like I get
States.
my use out of them for
Yeah,
like maybe like 3 sets a
that's a
week.
week. Yeah.
But you also don't need them because look at your fucking quad.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. I don't feel like I need to actually use it. I don't feel like my training would benefit with a pair of squat shoes at the minute. So
Megatron asks, "What's an unknown hobby or surprising fact about yourselves?" We've talked about hobbies, haven't we? Surprising fact. What surprising facts?
I
What is it?
love languages and flags.
Yeah. What do you
Yeah.
think of Japan's flag? Because I'm going there.
What do I think of it? I quite like it. It's very traditional. You know, the red representing the sun and
Is that what it represents?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, fuck me.
Guy's not finished testing that yet. He's
Fucking
giving
Um,
it
jump
some.
scare like.
I don't think that's sad. I don't think I have an interesting fact about me. Um, interesting fact, interesting fact,
I
interesting.
would probably have quite a few, but I'm trying to think of the best one.
Guys, I generally don't think I have anything.
Well, you've got like I suppose it's not unknown, but like movies and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it. I'll pull up how many movies I've watched in the
yeah,
last.
that's a good one.
I'll get a good fact.
I kind of touched on mine last week. I mean, I guess it is kind of unknown. Um, that yeah, like I studied game development at uni. A lot of people, I guess, wouldn't associate myself with like it's just that typical thing. I used to walk into class and people would be like, mate, like, are you in the right place here? But no, I would suppose I mean people might have guessed this one, but I mentioned it I think in the podcast with Shay and then didn't touch on it. But I'm quite into cars and some people would be like, mate, what? But detailing and cleaning my car is genuinely one of like it's one of the highlights of my week. Like I really, really enjoy it. I think I could like open a valeting business, no joke. Um, like I spent like 3 hours yesterday on mine, and some
Here,
people would be like, "Mate, what?" Like I just take it to the fucking car wash for like 10 minutes.
I've
Yeah,
never watched my own car.
really?
I've done it a couple of times and just been like, I'd rather
Hated
just
it.
pay for someone to do this.
Dad enjoys doing it, so he'll do it when he's doing his. But nah,
I used to be like that, like especially on prep. I actually remember like my hamstrings, because especially if you're like cleaning the alloys properly or the wheels, you have to like proper like get in your like, to get in and all. And I just remember thinking, I'm not doing that today because my hamstrings were so sore. Back then, I think I was like, fuck it, I'll just pay someone. But like, yeah, like mate, like I have a fucking power washer out there. Like it's all mine. It's not like my family's. The amount of shit that I spend money on products, it's wild. Like. Um,
proper dad hobby, like.
yeah, it is to be fair.
All right, I can't find how many films I've watched, so I don't know. I watched near, I watched over 100 last. Actually, no, I do know how many I watched last year. It was like 103. There's an interesting fact, and that was quite a shite year as well. I want to get like three a week at least this year. But last question that came through there, Elwisa asked, "What are our opinions on the the JP's gym tripod scandal. Have you seen much about that?
I've seen a wee bit, but like, what is the current situation with it?
I've no idea what's going on, if there's any like actual things going in place about banning them, or but like it's
I
weird. I think
think they put up that post where it was like, you know, the way JP's is split into like JP's gym and Caleb's gym.
yes,
It was like Caleb's gym is completely private, no filming allowed.
but
But
no one uses
JP's,
Caleb's anyway.
hmm?
No one uses Caleb's anyway, like
It's yeah,
bodybuilding.
that's what I mean. It's a private facility anyway, so none of them would be using it. But I think JP's gym, they allow filming, but they're just saying like be a bit more respectful. But I think Lewis has had like complaints and stuff about and Brandon, like how they train, not just the tripods, like grunting and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. So
To be fair, if you're shouting before your set, which I've seen Elisa
yeah,
do, it's like
I
get a
like
grip.
Brandon's a lot more timid, isn't he? Like he would be a little bit more like I'm not saying Lewis is
I think
disrespectful,
back in
but
his pro life days, he would have let out a shout before set, but I think he's calmed it, prepped
mhm.
on that to him. But Al Alwisa gets railed up for his sets for
I feel
sure.
like some people just do that for attention as well. I'm not saying Lewis does, but
Yeah,
I
it's
think a
What
lot
I'm
of people.
thinking of right
uh,
now, have you seen the videos of that guy? And it's sure I'm sure he's in America. He must be in his 50s and he's using a hoist leg extension. And before the sets, he's like and
Yeah,
pops on it and does the worst set you'll ever
I feel like
see.
I might have seen this. Yeah,
Yeah, mate, I'll send it in the chat here. Um, but yeah, I got one sent to me the other day, and I was like, I looked at it and was like, right, this guy for one, he's taking the piss. Two, he's not a bodybuilder. And then the other side of me was like, look, if you're doing that, I can understand why people would be complaining. But
my take on the tripods though specifically is like, yeah, just try to get as much of your own machine in as possible, and maybe take your tripod down in between sets and stuff. Don't leave it up there. But like, I don't know why folk are complaining about being on a video. I know it's your privacy, but is it really doing you much harm at all?
like when we speak for pretty much everyone, it's like when we watch training clips, we are not looking at people in the
Yeah,
background
no
anyway.
one, no
yeah,
one's
I'm gonna
harm.
weigh in on this one as well. See if I'm recording myself in the gym, like a set in the gym. I'm not trying to get you in it at
Yeah,
all. I
you can do that.
understand that yes, you might be using bits in the background or bits of equipment, but that's not like my objective. I'm just trying to record my own training. And like I've had, I think I've maybe held my opinion back on this in a few different places because there's some gyms I've trained at. Now it's at the point for me, if a gym didn't allow you to record, I'd be like, what? Like, what do you even mean? Like, I
That's
will record and that's it.
yeah.
Um, it's just natural for me. I don't record. Mate, I send AJ about 2 or 3 sets a week now. That's it. It's not like I'm recording everything to send to my coach. I just record my training because I like it. I like to watch my sets back. It's also, yeah, it's content. You might post the odd set, training clips, whatever. But it's just natural for me. And it's helped me elevate my training so much. But yeah, to me now, I would nearly be at the point of saying, look, like if you're not going to allow people to record in your gym, I don't want to train in your gym. Like,
Yeah, I'd go as far as doing that. I couldn't like see if clients have a hard time recording their training clips because of the gym's rules. I'm like, it would be in your best interest to get out of
to
there.
move on. Yeah. I just know what type of place it is. Like instantly, like whenever people say, oh, my gym's a bit weird about recording, like, um, I think like, I don't know. I don't understand the whole privacy thing. Yeah. But
Well, I disagree with that because it's a public space.
public
Like, what if
space
all these people who are viewing the video decide to go to that gym? They'll see you training in the background
in the
anyway. What are
fucking
you going
back.
to do? Just say,
I
"Don't look
know.
at me."
I know.
Like
I know.
you're in a public space. You're
I
going
don't
to
know
be
if it's
up
like
in
an
the background.
insecurity thing or what, but yeah, I agree. It's like, bro, like you're literally there anyway. Like,
Yeah,
what is the
that's
difference?
what I mean.
So stupid. Um,
I do try and make a point of like not putting my tripod on like a big walkway. If it is on a walkway, I'll zoom in on my like, go like 1.2 or 1.3. So I'm just getting more of myself in it.
It's
And
hard though with the way the dock's laid out. Like you
yeah.
should to block
yeah,
the main walkways, which is annoying. Um, but we're almost at time to wrap up. But I was eating my meal one this morning, and I thought of a question. How much fire do you reckon you could eat in one sitting?
Can
Now,
we add whey and flavor powder into
you
it?
can add whatever you want, but remember that
Uh,
it might limit your appetite if you're adding toppings. So I was thinking just straight flavor powder I'd be adding.
yeah, flavor powder and the fire would be a shout.
Like, it's so good. That is the best application for the flavor powder, I think.
Yeah, I was using fire and that Cavarge on prep. Uh,
It's criminally good.
yeah, it was like 300 grams a day with berries was like the final meal. Just because it's not that high in calories, it feels like you're still getting a meal in. That's a good protein hit before bed, and obviously as well the if you're mixing whey in with it, yeah, but even the yogurt itself, it's obviously casein protein, so it's a bit slower digesting in most cases. There you go.
So like
I did
those
pay
big
attention to that.
950-gram tubs.
Hannah,
You
I'm
think
thinking
you
about
could do
this,
three
mate.
of them?
I
No,
don't think I could do more than 500.
no,
What? Really?
I don't.
It,
Mate, I do 350 and I'm fine.
but this is the thing. I've only ever had yogurt with like a load of whey in it with dark chocolate, berries, even nut butter as well.
Yeah, I only
I
have
can't really
100
do yogurt on
berries.
its own.
I've done 500 before. Like I've done, mate, I've nailed like a full tub of skyr or whatever it is, like not even fire. I've nailed a full one of them pre-bed, and I've afterwards, if it's got nothing else, no berries, nothing, I've been like, ooh, like this is a wee bit tight here. So I don't know about 900, mate. That's
I was
wild.
thinking 950 without like any doubts. I was thinking how far into the second tub
You
am
know
I going?
what? If I could put like bits of dark chocolate in it and ESM
Yeah.
flavor powder, I actually do think I could maybe push.
A
And I
kilo.
hadn't eaten all day. I could do
Imagine a kilo of
a
yogurt.
kilo, a kilo of yogurt.
No, I could definitely do a good bit, I'd say.
No,
I'd
that's
say
wild.
I could do, if I'm pushing myself, 1.4 maybe. But
Fuck.
even
A
still,
lot of yogurt, mate.
that
It's a
sounds
lot.
outrageous.
Mate, even just thinking about eating a kilo of food is
Yeah, that's
crazy.
You
wild.
nah, we do that in cream of rice, easy,
I
surely.
know, but it's mental. Like when you think about it, we're
I
eating a
know.
kilogram of food right now.
Why do I feel so fucking heavy after my pre-meal?
You
Oh,
know
it's
what's wild, right? See this Indian that we're gonna get or whatever, mate. See if you took scales with you and weighed it out. I think you'd be like horrified because I've done it before. I like prior to even this off season, like past off season, got a Chinese and weighed it out, and I was like, mate, like
Mm.
how is this like a kilo of food and it's just rice and chicken with sauce? It's crazy, like. Um, I don't even want to know how much like a Domino's pizza, like if you ordered a large one of them, how much it would actually weigh.
two ways, yeah.
It
Actually,
must be
I'm
a
gonna
couple
chat
kilos.
to
That's
that.
why I'm so baffled how people end up dropping weight after like a Domino's.
I know, because it's
Not
surely
not
some
because like their body isn't processing it, but just the sheer volume of food that
volume.
you've just eaten.
Yeah,
And how have you cleared that out of your system overnight?
yeah, it surely hasn't been. Um,
I'm asking ChatGPT how heavy is a large Domino's cheese pizza? Doesn't have a published total weight. Approximate weight of a large Domino's cheese pizza about 2.5 to 4 pounds. Seriously?
2.2
I
is a
don't.
kilo.
Yeah, I don't think that's right. I reckon it's at least 2 kilo, mate.
It
You
says
think about one of them 2 kilo plates in the dock.
Yeah.
This thing's spread over a larger surface area, but it's just a base of pure dough.
Even like when you carry the box and you hold it, you're
Yeah.
like,
but it's
that's
saying up to 4 pounds, lad. So it's saying 1.8 kilo. So you think it'd be heavier than 1.8 kilo?
no, 1.8 would be about right,
All
maybe.
right.
Early you have ate a large Domino's and thought 1.8 kilos of food. You'd recognize that in your stomach, like.
Yeah.
But you think you could do a large Domino's in one sitting?
Yeah.
I have.
I did it shoot. You know when I was staying with Finn and Mikey was competing? We got a Domino's after and I
You were
demolished
so
it.
off it by then. You weren't locked in at
Wait,
all.
that was like May. No, that was like end of June. That's peak off season. I needed the food in.
You needed the food, bro.
I've been at a show all day, eating
See
rice
your
cakes and shit.
see your like summer period. You were
Oh,
so far off locked in by.
crazy, like absolutely crazy. But in
Can't.
my defense, I was that busy and I'd never experienced that type of work before. I was like
Yeah.
still trying to find my feet.
Yeah.
and all the traveling and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, I was way
You're
off it. Like,
getting told to do it as well. You weren't being
hmm?
deterred. You weren't being deterred from it as well. You were
Yeah,
being
it'd be good if my coach told me off and actually like said you shouldn't be doing this instead of buying me the pizza.
right. Go
Here,
on, Bam out to us.
We'll leave it there.
I do, mate. I have one more thing to add. Just because I thought this would be funny this morning, mate. For some random reason, I haven't done this in months, but I banged for capsules of fucking dream sleep, pre-bed because it was like, oh, I'm up earlier in the morning for the podcast, whatever. Mate, see, every time I take that, it actually just, I don't know what it is, but I wake up feeling like shit the next morning.
I sometimes think with sleeps up. Well, 4 tabs is a full
Full
serving of
serving, yeah,
sleep,
yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
I feel like you've knocked yourself out so much, and
So much.
you're so restful that
Yeah.
you wake up still feeling groggy.
I need to try Turbo Dreams. I'll probably get that for prep, but mate, like,
I'm only doing half a serving of Turbo Dreams at the minute.
yeah,
I don't even
but
do proper sleep stops because I was finding the exact same thing. I'd wake up so groggy and have so much brain fog. I felt worse for like the first 2 hours of the day, and it defeated the whole purpose. So like I'll just take things to help relax me and wind me down
yeah,
to help me fall asleep rather than to put me to sleep.
for the longest time, like obviously, I've used quite a few like Foresight Restore and stuff like back in the day, and I mean, I think that they definitely work, but for me, I was like, bro, I'm gonna go to sleep anyway. Like, I'll just not bother. And but
The main thing is
that's
like caffeine away from bed. Like
yeah,
if you're having caffeine anywhere near bed, like you're being stupid.
yeah,
Assess that before getting a sleep supplement.
What's
and
your cutoff time?
I do it
3 o'clock,
all my stuff within the first 4 or 5 hours awake. So I
mine's
try to
3.
get like a good 10 hours pre-bed.
What's yours, Matt?
Say about two would be the latest.
Yeah, fair.
Do you have caffeine after you train ever?
No.
No,
That's a very bad habit.
yeah,
So counterproductive.
The
no,
only time would be if I'm like away somewhere and I've trained really early and then I've got loads of the reason I'm training early is because I've got so much on later in the day, then I'll maybe have a coffee or something in the afternoon. That's the only time I'd maybe consider it. But I wouldn't like do a session in the dock and then on the drive home pop open a monster.
Crack a
Like
month. So yeah, that would
yeah.
feel
I mean,
disgusting.
if you want to be like Mr. fucking yeah, optimal. I know there's a caffeine in Pepsi
I
Max,
was
but
thinking that.
sometimes I'll have one of those in the evening. But I'm gonna be real, mate. I just don't count it. Like for
I
me, caffeine is Monster and coffee. Things that I'm like, the main focus of this is me to get stemmed out of my mind. Like I'm gonna like I'll have 2 Monsters or whatever, and then I'm like, right, that's it. Like there's no more of those today. That's the maximum. Whereas like I'm not setting myself a cap for soft drinks. I'll have as many as I want, but I'm not sitting here chugging them all day. Like realistically, it's 1 or 2 maximum. But I would say a good few times on prep, like I would have been like, "Fuck, I'm gonna get a Pepsi here and just watch YouTube in the evening."
A Pepsi, it probably relax you more than anything in prep as well.
Yeah.
Having
So
that different flavor than like a 7 Up.
yeah. So there's that. One other thing to report. Matt, I used your high strips code. So do you want to plug that one?
oh,
Um,
legend.
yeah.
Yeah. High strips, the best nasal strips in the game. You can use
Yeah.
code MAT10 for 10% off at checkout.
I
I
actually
need to
got
try
them.
this tape.
They are good, to be fair.
Mm.
I'm thinking I might just wear them for sleep rather than for training.
Yeah, training.
But the thing is, you can actually like they don't peel off.
Yeah.
So half the time, if I put them on for training, I'll just keep them on during the evening and then use the same one for bed.
When
But
do
I
you take it off?
predominant. Do you take it off when you train? Sorry then. Or
me,
yeah.
no,
Bit of
I'll
fresh
wear it when I
one.
train and just keep it on
All right,
until
okay.
I go to bed.
Fair.
But I notice a massive improvement in my sleep with it. Training wise, we like as bodybuilders, we do breathe through our mouth
Yeah.
because we can get more air in. It helps with our bracing. So for like actual bodybuilding training, it's maybe not like the only benefit you maybe really see is recovery time in between sets. and like that's really just it. But I think for like marathon runners and people doing any kind of aerobic training, you're looking to breathe through your nose, and it can definitely work a bit better through that. So
Yeah. I got it predominantly for sleep because I actually got the magnetic one. Um,
yeah, I'd heard it. Aidan asked me about that one.
yeah.
I'm thinking of maybe trying it.
I'll see if it like I'll probably try it for a session or two, but predominantly I was like I just find like I wake up in the morning and my breathing's not great and I'm like I probably could do with investing in one of these. Plus, I won't lie, it definitely became a bit fashionable to start wearing them on prep. Don't know what it is, but I've just noticed more and more people skinned and then they're wearing their fucking
Mhm.
um they're wearing their strips
It looks
on their
cool,
check-in
like, to be
photos.
fair.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just
Going to
think of
work.
Cuba.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, AJ, I think, because I was in the MBW chat. He was always posting his check-in shots in the morning and was always wearing them. Um, but yeah, I suppose we'll leave it there then. Unless there's anything else,
All
that'll be
good.
enough, lads.
Hmm.
Do we have one
Next,
next week?
yeah. So next week we'll obviously be back. But we have another guest on. We have Aidan Doyle on to chat about his season. Next week. This coming weekend, Matt is in Loughborough, so we're kind of meeting you guys in the middle here and doing a bit of a midweek episode. So we'll be back next weekend. So that'll be like the 24th and 25th for another episode, but that'll also be the day of the off plan. So yeah, an exciting,
Get
Yes!
your
exciting
get your
day.
Indian
About the hours.
order recommendations down in the comments for Jake. I
Yeah,
already know what I'm getting. I'm sure C-Bomb knows.
Or just recommendations in general, because we don't know if we're going in Indian. Or maybe we do. To
we
be fair,
probably, I would say we
I think
probably
we
will.
know.
I'm pretty set in an Indian. I
Yeah,
need to try a coconut naan bread.
yeah, it's very good. But yes, guys, thanks very much for listening. Once again, we really, really appreciate it, and we'll obviously catch you on the next one. Cheers.